Ladies and gentlemen, let us reflect on love, not as fleeting romance, but as a bond that transcends appearances, circumstances, and even strength itself. For in this world, strength is often misunderstood as independence that stands apart, untouchable and impenetrable. Yet the truth is, no matter how strong someone is, the human heart yearns for connection. Strength in a woman, or anyone, is not the absence of vulnerability but the mastery of it. It is not a fortress that keeps the world out. It is a lighthouse, standing tall, weathering storms, yet ever seeking companionship in the vast sea of life. And it is this strength that calls for love most deeply, though it may not always cry out loud for it. The question is not whether a strong girl will love you, but whether you have prepared yourself to truly be loved by her. Love is not about conquest. It is not about taming strength. Instead, it is about respect and recognition, seeing the light in another person without fearing that it will dim your own. A woman of strength will not love you because you overpower her. She will not love you because you offer her something she cannot provide for herself. She will love you when she sees in you the qualities that mirror the best parts of herself. She will love you when you bring peace to her chaos, understanding to her silence, and support to her ambitions. But for this to happen, you must cultivate your own character. Stoic wisdom teaches us that we cannot control others, but we can control ourselves. Are you patient? Are you kind? Are you steadfast in your values? Do you stand firm, not as a wall of opposition, but as a pillar of support? If you wish to earn the love of someone strong, you must first master yourself. Understand this. Love is not a battle of strength, but a union of equals. It is not about who bends and who breaks, but about who grows and who builds. A strong girl will love you when she sees that your strength complements hers, that your presence allows her to remain strong without having to fight for it constantly. And so, the path to love is not one of demands, but of offering. It is not to ask, will she love me? But to ask, am I worthy of her love? Be her equal in courage, in kindness, and in resolve, and the answer to that question will become clear. Strength does not diminish the need for love, it elevates it. And when two strong hearts meet, they do not extinguish each other, they create a fire that burns brighter, warming the world around them. Love is an intricate and profound bond, a connection that goes far beyond the superficiality of fleeting attraction or the mistaken notions of domination. It thrives in respect, blossoms in understanding, and sustains itself in mutual appreciation. To speak of love is to enter a realm where the human spirit seeks resonance in another, not through control or force, but through a harmonious merging of identities, experiences, and values. This dynamic applies particularly when one considers the often misunderstood interplay between strength and vulnerability in relationships. A person, no matter how strong, seeks not to be subdued or conquered, but to be embraced, respected, and cherished for the entirety of who they are. To approach love with the mindset of conquest is to misunderstand its very essence. Conquest implies a winner and a loser, a sense of victory that inherently diminishes the other person. But love is not a battlefield where dominance reigns. It is a sanctuary where both parties can stand as equals, free to express their truest selves without fear of judgment or suppression. To love someone strong is to recognize their strength not as a challenge to overcome, but as a gift to be honored. Strength in this context is not just physical or external. It is a fortitude of character, resilience in the face of life's trials, and an unyielding sense of self. A strong individual, whether by nature, circumstance, or choice, has often built walls to protect their inner self. These walls are not barriers to keep love out, but shields that have safeguarded them through their journey. When you encounter such strength, it is not your task to break those walls down, for doing so would deny the purpose they served. Instead, your role is to show that you are worthy of being invited inside, that your presence is not a threat, but a refuge. Respect is the key to this invitation. Respect means acknowledging their journey, the battles they've fought and the sacrifices they've made. It means recognizing that their strength does not negate their humanity. They, too, have vulnerabilities, fears, and dreams that long to be shared. Connection is the bridge that transforms respect into love. To connect with someone is to see them fully, to listen not just to their words but to the silence between them, to understand their joy as deeply as their pain. A strong person will not open themselves to someone who seeks to diminish or reshape them. They will love someone who offers a space where they can be unguarded, where their strength is not questioned but supported, and their weaknesses are not exploited but supported. This connection requires authenticity. You cannot forge it through pretense or manipulation. Love demands that you show up as your true self, just as you wish the other person to do the same. In this light, love becomes a mirror. When you respect and connect with someone, you reflect back to them their own worth. A strong individual often carries the weight of the world on their shoulders, driven by a sense of responsibility or a desire to prove themselves. In the presence of genuine love, they find a partner who says, "You don't have to carry this alone. I see your strength and I admire it, but I also see the person behind it, and I love them just as much." This recognition is not about taking away their strength, but about sharing in its weight, about standing beside them as an equal. Respect in love also means understanding boundaries. A strong person values their independence and autonomy, and they will not easily relinquish it to someone who seeks to control them. Love is not a prison, it is a place of freedom. To love someone is to honor their individuality, to support their growth, and to celebrate their achievements without feeling threatened by them. It is to understand that love does not diminish when one partner shines brighter. Instead, it grows, fueled by mutual pride and shared joy. There is an undeniable beauty in the strength of someone who has learned to rely on themselves. Yet this strength does not mean they do not long for connection. Beneath the layers of resilience lies a heart that yearns for companionship, not for someone to complete them, for they are already whole, but for someone to walk alongside them, to share in the journey and the moments that make life meaningful. The meditation practice purifies the mind, recognizing a sense of oneness with others and life. Sharing in the journey and the moments that make life meaningful, this companionship is built not on dominance but on partnership. It is about walking together as equals, each bringing their unique strengths to the relationship, each respecting the other's journey and destination. To love someone strong is to understand that their strength is not a wall, but a foundation. It is the bedrock upon which they have built their life, and it is something they take pride in. But even the strongest foundation can benefit from the warmth and light of love. This love does not seek to undermine their strength, but to complement it, to be the gentle force that balances their power, the steady hand that steadies them when the weight of the world becomes too much. It is in this balance that true connection is found, a balance where neither person feels the need to overpower the other, where both can stand tall without casting shadows. Respect and connection, then, are not passive elements of love. They are active choices made daily. They require effort, empathy, and a willingness to learn and grow. To respect someone is to take the time to understand their perspective, to listen without judgment, and to value their experiences. To connect with someone is to be present with them, to share in their joys and sorrows, and to build a bond that withstands the tests of time. These are not easy tasks, but they are the foundation of love that endures. When love is rooted in respect and connection, it becomes a transformative force. It allows both individuals to thrive, to become the best versions of themselves, while also creating something greater than the sum of their parts. It is not a love that seeks to change or diminish, but a love that nurtures and uplifts. It is a love that says, "I see you for who you are, and I love you, not in spite of your strength, but because of it." This love does not seek to conquer, but to unite, to bring two hearts together in a way that honors their individuality while celebrating their togetherness. Such love is rare, but not impossible. It requires a deep understanding of what it means to truly see and respect another person. It requires the courage to be vulnerable, the strength to be patient, and the wisdom to know that love is not a prize to be won, but a gift to be given and received. It is a love that transcends the superficial, reaching into the very essence of what it means to be human. Love, when approached with respect and connection, becomes a partnership where both individuals are seen, valued, and cherished. It is not about taking or giving, winning or losing. It is about sharing, growing, and creating something beautiful together. It is about building a bond that honors the strength of each person while also embracing their vulnerabilities. It is about finding balance, where neither person feels the need to dominate or submit, but both feel the freedom to be themselves. This kind of love is not easy, but it is worth striving for. It is a love that requires effort, understanding, and a willingness to see beyond the surface. It is a love that values strength not as a challenge to be conquered, but as a quality to be celebrated. And in this love, both individuals find not only connection, but also a sense of home, a place where they can be fully themselves and know that they are loved for it. Cultivating inner strength is not just a means to earn love, but a transformative journey toward becoming the kind of person who is capable of sustaining deep, meaningful connections. Love is not something that can be demanded or expected. It is something that grows naturally when two people recognize value in each other. This recognition is not superficial. It is deeply rooted in the qualities that each person embodies. Inner strength is one of those qualities, a foundation that allows you to navigate the complexities of relationships, foster trust, and maintain respect. It is a trait that invites love because it reflects maturity, self-awareness, and the ability to nurture a partnership. To cultivate inner strength, one must first recognize that it does not come from external validation or accomplishments. True strength begins within, in the way you see yourself and the effort you put into understanding your emotions, motivations, and behaviors. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of inner strength because it allows you to identify both your strengths and your weaknesses without shame or denial. It is not about being perfect, but about being honest with yourself. This honesty creates a sense of authenticity that others can sense and trust, which is vital in any loving relationship. Inner strength is also about resilience, the ability to face challenges and setbacks without being consumed by them. Life is unpredictable and relationships are no exception. There will be disagreements, disappointments, and moments of uncertainty. A person who has cultivated inner strength can approach these moments with calmness and clarity, rather than letting fear or frustration take control. This resilience is not just about enduring hardships, but about learning from them, growing through them, and emerging stronger. When you demonstrate this kind of strength, you show that you are capable of navigating the ups and downs of life alongside another person, offering stability and support even in difficult times. Another crucial aspect of inner strength is emotional regulation. Emotions are powerful and they can easily take over if left unchecked. Cultivating inner strength means learning to manage your emotions not by suppressing them, but by understanding them. It is about recognizing when you are angry, hurt, or afraid, and responding in a way that is constructive rather than destructive. This self-betrayal is not only beneficial for your own well-being, but also for your relationships. It prevents conflicts from escalating unnecessarily and allows for healthier communication. When you can handle your emotions with grace, you create an environment where love can thrive, free from the volatility that often undermines it. Self-respect is another pillar of inner strength, and it plays a significant role in earning love. When you respect yourself, you set boundaries that protect your well-being and ensure that you are treated with dignity. This self-respect is not about arrogance or pride. It is about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. People are naturally drawn to those who have a strong sense of self because it signals confidence and independence. When you respect yourself, you also inspire others to respect you, which is a crucial foundation for any loving relationship. Inner strength also involves taking responsibility for your actions and choices. It means owning up to your mistakes, learning from them, and making amends when necessary. Accountability is a sign of maturity, and it shows that you are willing to grow and improve. In relationships, this quality is invaluable because it fosters trust and demonstrates that you are reliable. Love cannot flourish in an environment where blame-shifting and denial prevail. When you take responsibility for your part in any situation, you show that you are committed to building a healthy, honest partnership. Another key component of inner strength is empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. While empathy may seem like a soft or passive quality, it actually requires a great deal of inner strength. It takes strength to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to listen without judgment, and to offer support even when it is inconvenient or difficult. Empathy allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, creating a sense of intimacy and trust that is essential for love. It is a reminder that love is not just about what you can receive, but also about what you can give. Patience is yet another aspect of inner strength that is often overlooked, but incredibly important. In the fast-paced world we live in, patience is a rare quality, but it is one that can make all the difference in a relationship. Cultivating patience means understanding that love takes time to grow and that people are not perfect. It means giving someone the space to be themselves, to make mistakes, and to grow at their own pace. Patience is an act of faith, a belief that the effort you put into a relationship will yield rewards over time. It is a testament to your strength and your ability to see the bigger picture, even when things do not go as planned. Another dimension of inner strength is the ability to let go of the need for control. In relationships, the desire to control outcomes or the other person can be a significant barrier to love. Cultivating inner strength means trusting that you do not need to manipulate or force things to go your way. It is about having faith in the natural flow of life and in the authenticity of the relationship. This trust creates a sense of freedom and ease that allows love to flourish. When you release the need for control, you open yourself up to the beauty of spontaneity and the joy of truly experiencing the other person as they are. Inner strength also means embracing vulnerability. At first glance, vulnerability may seem like the opposite of strength, but in reality, it requires immense courage. To be vulnerable is to show your true self, to admit your fears and insecurities, and to open yourself up to the possibility of being hurt. This openness is essential for love, because it creates a space for genuine connection. When you are willing to be vulnerable, you invite the other person to do the same, fostering a relationship built on trust and authenticity. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to your strength and your willingness to embrace the risks that come with love. Forgiveness is another hallmark of inner strength. In any relationship, there will be moments of misunderstanding and hurt. Holding on to grudges or resentment only serves to create distance and pain. Cultivating inner strength means learning to forgive, not as a way of condoning wrongdoing, but as a way of freeing yourself from the burden of anger. Forgiveness requires humility and compassion, and it is a gift that benefits both you and the other person. It is a reminder that love is not about perfection, but about grace and the willingness to move forward together. Lastly, inner strength is about maintaining hope and optimism. Love can be challenging, and there will be times when it feels easier to give up. But inner strength gives you the resilience to keep going, to believe in the possibility of growth and healing. It allows you to see the good in the other person and in the relationship, even during difficult times. This optimism is not about ignoring problems, but about facing them with a belief that they can be overcome. It is a source of inspiration and motivation, a reminder that love is worth the effort it requires. When you cultivate inner strength, you become a person who is capable of giving and receiving love in its truest form. You create a foundation of self-awareness, resilience, empathy, and accountability that allows you to build a relationship that is healthy, fulfilling, and enduring. Inner strength is not something that can be achieved overnight. It is a lifelong journey, a continuous process of growth and self-discovery. But as you cultivate it, you will find that it not only transforms your relationships, but also enriches every aspect of your life. Strength and love are often perceived as opposites, as if one must yield for the other to thrive. Strength is seen as firm, unyielding, and self-reliant, while love is viewed as soft, vulnerable, and reliant on another. This dichotomy, however, is a misunderstanding of both. Strength and love are not in conflict. They are complementary forces that coexist and elevate each other. To understand their relationship is to recognize that true strength allows love to flourish, and authentic love draws its depth and stability from strength. Together they form a dynamic balance that creates resilience, intimacy, and growth. Strength is often mischaracterized as an absence of vulnerability, a rigid armor that keeps emotions at bay. But true strength is not about suppressing feelings. It is about the courage to face them. It is the ability to acknowledge your fears, your insecurities, and your flaws while continuing to move forward. This kind of strength does not exclude love. It invites it. Love thrives in authenticity, and authenticity requires the kind of strength that allows you to be seen as you are, without pretense or disguise. When you are strong enough to be vulnerable, you create the foundation for a love that is real and enduring. Love, in turn, is not a weakness. It does not diminish strength, but enhances it. Love provides the motivation to endure challenges, the resilience to recover from setbacks, and the inspiration to strive for something greater than yourself. It is not a force that asks you to abandon your strength, but one that amplifies it. When you love deeply, you draw on reserves of patience, empathy, and determination that you may not have known you possess. Love pushes you to grow, to be better, and to give more. It demands strength, not the kind that dominates or controls, but the kind that supports and nurtures. And strength and love together create balance. Strength without love can become cold, detached, and rigid, while love without strength can become fragile, inconsistent, and dependent. When these two qualities coexist, they temper and enhance each other. Strength provides the structure and stability that love needs to thrive, while love softens strength, making it compassionate and approachable. Together they form a partnership where neither is diminished but both are elevated. This balance is not static. It requires continuous effort, reflection, and growth. But when achieved, it creates a bond that is both unshakable and deeply fulfilling. A person who embodies both strength and love approaches relationships with a sense of purpose and clarity. They do not see love as a means of filling a void or compensating for their shortcomings. Instead, They view love as a shared journey, a mutual commitment to growth and connection. Their strength allows them to set boundaries, communicate effectively, and stand firm in their values. At the same time, their capacity for love enables them to be empathetic, forgiving, and open to compromise. This combination creates a dynamic where both individuals feel supported and valued, where the relationship becomes a source of empowerment rather than dependency. In relationships, strength and love manifest in countless ways. Strength is present in the willingness to have difficult conversations, to address conflicts rather than avoid them, and to stand by your partner during challenging times. It is the resilience to weather storms together, to adapt to changes, and to maintain hope, even when circumstances. Love, on the other hand, is evident in the small, everyday acts of care and kindness, in the willingness to listen, to understand, and to prioritize the well-being of the other person. It is the glue that binds, the force that transforms shared moments into lasting memories. The coexistence of strength and love also requires a deep sense of self-awareness. To love someone fully, you must first understand yourself, your needs, your boundaries, and your capacity to give.